Hello everybody and welcome back to another video. Today I'm watching Politician Problems by HLC. Yes, politicians equals problems. Let's see what this one's about.
Poland! Oh, what do you want this time?
What is it this time?
Oh, that wasn't me. That's weird when he exclaims for somebody that isn't me. Hey, Poland, heads up, Beans on Toast wants something. It is only because you took in my troops when the Germans had taken me out in World War II that I'm even allowing this conversation.
Yeah, that's facts.
The Pioren and the Blaskovika. So, what do you want? What America call you? Beans toast. Your parliament, your government just signed into law that people on your border, your security on the border, can use lethal munitions when people try to cross into Poland illegally.
Wow! That's crazy! It's almost as if when someone tries to get into your country illegally, you should have full right to take care of them in whatever ways is necessary. So this is once again just, the UK being a bunch of stupid idiots because, the racism, this racism, that, that nonsense.
I don't know if you know this, but there was somebody who crossed into my border in late 1930s that I did not have enough bullets to do that. So what's your problem now? I swear I'm never going to live this down. That's why you don't pick on the Jews. They never let anybody forget. That's just incredibly racist.
Oh, fuck yourself.
What if what happened down in Spain happened at your border and you had thousands of people just trying to get away from discrimination and the terrible policies of their country, and they're looking for a new opportunity?
How about they go back and fix their own goddamn country instead of invading ours?
There's a lot of people, yeah. A belt-fed and mortar should solve problem.
Yeah?
I fuck with Poland so unbelievably hard right now.
And how's it racist? It doesn't matter what color you are coming into Poland.
We don't like you regardless of what you are.
If you are illegal.
We don't care if you're black, white, Asian, Hispanic. We don't care what color you are. We don't want you here regardless. If you're not Polish, fuck off.
I'm sorry. First of all, not really. They're usually running towards you. And after the first couple bullets, they all run away.
Yeah?
He's got a point. That's kind of like equal opportunity access denial.
No, it's denying impoverished people the freedom of life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. That's kind of my thing. You can use that argument on me, but Poland, not so much.
Yeah?
I'm sorry, what you say, United Kingdom? I can't hear you over call of prayer and being the safest country in the European Union. So speak up a little bit.
Damn right.
Maybe remove your penis from goat?
That's good. That's really good. Yeah, there's a reason Poland is one of the safest countries in Europe. Might have something to do with the fact that we have barely any immigrants here. Especially illegal ones. We just don't really accept them. Might have something to do with that.
Kinda fucked up the accent, but still, so good.
Look, aside from the evilness of this border murder that you have now legalized, what about all the missed opportunities of people coming into your country that could invent wonderful things?
We don't want them.
Then they come in the legal way.
Yeah.
Why is that so hard?
Is that difficult?
You want to come in here to Poland, you follow the rules of Poland, you assimilate to the Polish
Exactly.
people. We will not change because of you. I know this is...
That's something that literally everybody in the world needs to understand. If you go to a foreign country, the foreign country does not have to change because of your beliefs. No. You change your beliefs if you're going to a foreign country. If you don't like the way things are in a foreign country, or they have different beliefs from you or whatever, then don't go there. And if you still do, you have to change, not the country. But apparently Western Europe doesn't know about that.
Very hard for you to understand, you being an Islamic nation and all.
Yeah,
but Poland doesn't need
true.
These people. My GDP is growing at higher than expected rates.
That's also true.
We have a ton of legal immigrants who come in here to Poland.
That is also true. Okay, it's not like a crazy amount, but I have seen black people here in Poland. Completely normal. It's not that crazy. They're rare, there's not that many, but they are here. I've also heard plenty of people who were speaking German, English, Ukrainian, not Polish, just while walking around a city. There's plenty of immigrants here, but they come in legally, not illegally. But again, UK doesn't understand that. Same with most of Western Europe.
Wait, I don't need people randomly crossing my border and overwhelming my welfare systems. Why? Are
Exactly.
you stupid? I mean, a little bit, but I'm also told I'm a lot of fun. Not you, Raptor. We love
You
you
are
here in
great.
Poland.
We love
just
you.
wish our friend America would sell you over here so we could...
Yeah, probably not gonna
you know,
happen.
we'll build you your own personal hangar and runways. It'd be so nice. I'm sorry, Poland. Congress outlawed it. Can't, no.
What a shame.
Oh yeah, heaven forbid I go to a country that actually knows how to treat a man, touch him right. You know, this is domestic violence. You're holding me against my will. You are both an inanimate object and a weapon of war that is highly classified. Kid, even I don't go overseas with all the bells and whistles. Didn't you crash in the last episode? One of me did, but we all kind of share a consciousness.
There's hundreds,
I mean,
no,
seriously.
thousands
Can you
more.
imagine HLC killing off characters and having to come up with new characters for
Oh,
similar aircraft?
God, no.
Like, what if you crashed? I have no idea what that feels like. Maybe because I make physics my bitch.
Has an F-22 crashed
hurtful,
before?
But also, they would riot if they killed you off.
I would be there to save you.
I know
Hell
you would,
no.
But I'm not gonna crash. I thought we were done with the demon goat devil thingy. Oh, thank God. You guys see it too. No, I've turned over a new leaf. Dude is pretty cool. We have a lot of
Oh.
the same interests. Plus, Franklin's been riding him around the woods at night. I think he scared the living shit out of a couple of farmers. Okay, back to the news. New Mexico. You did something that I didn't expect.
Something good?
You sued the federal government.
Oh?
The federal government.
Wait, they can
is
do that?
Actively withholding unredacted information.
Wait, states can sue the federal government in the US? That's a thing?
From what Epstein did at his ranch here in New Mexico. We want it to be
Oh.
public information. So that way, we know who to fillet and hang.
Holy shit.
Yeah, sorry that I'm pausing so much, but the Epstein files, they're never going to be fully released. They're never going to disclose all the information because too many people who are currently in power or rich or whatever would be exposed because of it.
Man, that cartel-infested fucking drug overdose capital of America is really swinging for the fence on this one. Didn't see that one coming. I'm on your team, New Mexico, for the first time, like ever.
Buff, respectfully, you're pretty conservative.
I mean, yeah, I really think that all police dogs should have their attack words not be in German, but instead a racial slur. It's equally secure. I just, but what's your point?
Anyways, what if one of the, or several, conservative politicians are on that list?
Oh, I know
Well,
nuance
then,
is lost on the internet, but
get
let me
rid of
just,
them.
break this down for you. Hang them! I
Yeah?
don't know why that's so hard to understand. Like, you can lean towards one political party, but it's perfectly reasonable to draw the line at diddling kids.
You know, just because someone leans to the left or the right doesn't mean they like every single politician on that side. Like, just because you are right-leaning doesn't mean you have to like and support every single person who's on the right. Same thing goes for the left and everything else. You can be on one side of the political spectrum without supporting every single person who's on it.
That's actually fair, and I think that that's a good position that all Americans should be in. Look, I know the system is inherently flawed. But
Oh, yeah,
also
it's
we need
terrible.
to understand that being friends with someone doesn't always mean that you're, I mean, a lot of times it does, but doesn't always mean that you're doing said terrible
Also true.
things. All individuals under the law are innocent until proven guilty, and once they are proven guilty in a court of law, beyond a reasonable doubt, then hangings, wood chippers.
Again, sorry for pausing, but I don't know about you, but I feel like there's been plenty of cases where someone was assumed guilty until proven innocent, rather than the opposite, innocent until proven guilty. I think we have plenty of examples of that.
Spikes, you know, whatever you want to do, iron bulls, you know. In some rare good news, a 97-year-old woman here in England has now set the world record for being the oldest wing walker.
I thought
I don't
walking on biplane wings
really
died
care.
out in like the 30s or 40s, or are you like weaponizing old Karens? I wonder what that would do.
It's still a phenomenal accomplishment to do that at that age.
I mean, yeah?
Yeah, there's another record that's going on right now. You know, the youngest black professor at Cambridge University in England is now resigning after weeks of alleged plagiarism accusations.
Oh, well, would you look at that?
You mean to tell me?
Buff, this is low-hanging fruit and you know it. Stop. Be an adult.
Fine. I won't say anything about a young black man stealing something that didn't belong to him in order to make an accomplishment. I won't say nothing about that. I'm genuinely curious.
I mean, I got stories to tell. Back when I was in, I think in the US, this would be considered high school, secondary school. I don't know what you would call it in the US. But one of my classmates went to Berlin for vacation, holiday. Within 30 minutes of landing, a black immigrant tried to steal his bag. It's not my own personal experience, but it happened to a person who I knew and interacted with for 5 years.
Why? Maybe he should have been let go sooner. I'm not sure how. It's dangerous.
Not saying
to
all
Cambridge
black people are
University,
bad,
okay?
because
I'm
that's
just saying
not
it's
the
dangerous.
case.
Not because
But
of the color of his skin, but because the smoke detectors in his classroom
there's
probably
patents.
didn't have fresh batteries.
Suddenly I realize I have drastically underestimated the amount of racism kept inside that plane. Okay.
yeah, there's plenty.
Politicians need to understand it doesn't matter who's down here, brother. They can get these hands out on the beach if they run their mouth. That's like a weird Irish thing. I'm sorry. My Hawaii is terrible. Oh, yeah. That was some politician on the beach running his mouth when people asked him to turn down his music. Got straight knocked the fuck out.
Beating up politicians, huh? That's not tar and feather, but I will accept it.
Yeah?
Speaking of politicians, America, what's going on with this Max Miller individual?
Don't know who this is. Never heard of him.
There's really no way to beat around the bush on this one. So he is running for re-election in Congress. His former father-in-law is a senator, and his ex-wife called him out for abuse. And then several other women had called him out for abuse. And then he accidentally, on one of his social medias, posted a completely nude photo of his 2-year-old daughter that has now been taken down.
Oh
yeah,
my! Well, I mean, I
we
think
need to
this is
build
a pretty clear case of what should be done with him.
Feed wood chipper. Just
Yeah.
walk him up there and be like, "Congratulations!" Pull the handle, and he just drops right in.
I don't know. I feel like you could use the rack for this one.
Politics is gross, and they will use literally anything they can to try and make someone look bad that they don't want to get reelected. And I was kind of on the dude's side when it was just his ex-wife. I'm like, yeah, my ex-wife probably...
Yeah, I mean, that's true. If it's just like an ex talking shit about someone, you can't take them at face value because it's an ex. Could have been a bad breakup. You can't trust the words of someone who talks bad about their ex without having any context or the ex's side of the story. Because they could just both be lying. So if someone talks shit about their ex, you can't just believe it without any other proof. But once multiple people start talking shit, especially people who don't know each other, then it gets more clear on what's actually happening.
I have some terrible things to say about me, but his retort to a lot of the accusations is not good.
Oh,
and
well, that's
can we just
some
stop
additional
electing
context.
Idiots. I mean, here's the thing. One of my close friends, Brandon, running for office right now, and they are just trying to dig up anything to make that man look bad.
I mean, yeah.
I guess that means I'm never running
That's
for
what they're
office.
gonna do.
The problem with American politics is nowadays they don't get into enough physical altercations or duel each other on the White House lawn. I'm telling you, I could run for office, I could get elected, but then you turn on the 6 o'clock news and be like, Congressman HLC was arrested on Capitol Hill today when he went, quote, over the table at another congressman.
Tell me the world saw that FPV drone hunting down the random vegetable farmer.
Yeah,
in
we
Ukraine.
did. We
That
did.
Was, I really have.
I mean, this is Russia attacking civilians. This isn't new. This has been happening for
What
years.
you're trying to say there is that's a war crime. I should know. Kind of a professional at these things. Yeah, Russia.
To be honest, I don't know why this one is being mentioned so much. Russia has been attacking civilians for years, and it's very clear that they're targeting civilians. Like, this isn't anything new. I saw that video, though. It was straight up hunting a civilian. That was fucked up. But yeah, again, nothing new. Russia has been doing this for years.
What the fuck, dude? Like, okay, if you drop a big bomb and some civilians die, that's considered collateral damage, right? Like, people...
What? Russia has literally specifically been targeting like fucking civilian homes with missiles. How can you call that collateral damage? That's a war crime.
Who were too close to the target and the threat. That FPV drone specifically played Ring Around the Rosie around this dude's van as he was running for his life. Luckily, he survived. But there is
I believe he was a vegetable farmer
so it was
or something.
a small wartime fuck-up. What
Small? You do this all the time, every day.
Subpoena from the International Criminal Court? And who's going to enforce that?
Fucking me, you big punk ass.
Buff, relax. He's right. This is why no one takes the International Criminal Court seriously.
The ICC is bullshit. It doesn't work.
Me, the big player on the planet. That's it. No one else can do shit about it. Our initial plan for the Strait of Hormuz is that no American or Israeli ships will be allowed through. And if you in the world helped out America in their quest to destroy me, which they are losing.
Only on the internet. Every single other measurable metric of warfare you're losing. Continue.
If you helped America...
I haven't seen what Iran's economic situation is like, so nothing I could say about that. Their military is obviously screwed, but they are still firing missiles, so they're not completely done. Their political situation, same leadership still, nothing's changed. The Houthis, Hezbollah, those are all still doing their thing as well. So I wouldn't say Iran has lost, because they still sponsor terrorism around the Middle East, and they are still in power, so really not much has changed.
You will be charged 20% of the overall gross value of whatever you are shipping for safe passage through the Strait of Hormuz. Just great. Now even more inflation. What a fucking backseat crusader. Shut up. Also, Iran, where is that information coming from? First of all, that's not gonna fucking happen.
Yeah,
but second of all, where are you getting this plan, this deal you came up with? From the supreme leader who is currently in hiding from...
Who is probably not even alive anymore. No one knows.
You will never touch him. He is the future of our nation. Oh, the president of Iran said that he met in a car that was completely blacked out in the middle of the night, had a 2-minute conversation, and when he left, he wasn't even fully convinced that he was speaking to the Ayatollah. So, your country's being led by ghosts. Got it. Normally, I'm super...
I mean, really, it's led by the IRGC.
They freak me out. But how does a ghost story with a ghost Ayatollah end? That night, I heard scraping at my door, and when I awoke, all of my goats were pregnant. You can try and hold out as long as you want to, America. I know you're running low on munitions.
That was good.
That's incorrect. I will hold the people accountable who are spreading that misinformation, and I'm going to continue to fuck you up.
Yeah, this part is a little more nuanced, and everyone is talking about it, and everyone is using the same percentage regardless of munition.
Yeah, I've heard some stuff about how allegedly the US is running out of munitions, but that's just not possible. I'm pretty sure that not a single one of the outlets which is reporting that actually has any information on the amount of munitions the US has, because that's definitely a tight-kept secret. Like, only the people at the top know that stuff. Like, that's not public information, so any percentages are probably just made up. I mean, again, I don't know. For all I know, the US could have used up maybe only 1% of its munitions. It could have used up 100%. Who fucking knows? I don't, and I never will.
Which is a statistical improbability. For example, they say that we've used 80% of our long-range HIMARS and ATACMS munitions.
Oh, that's definitely not true.
And we've used 80% of our interceptor inventory, along with 80% of our THAAD interceptor inventory, and 80% of all long-range munitions. Statistical improbability that those numbers are accurate. Also, the overall weapons count is classified information, because
so that's basically what I
don't want the enemy to know. Iran doesn't want us to know how much they have left, whether it's high or low. Do we have less than we did before we started?
Yeah, obviously.
Yes. But as a matter of national security, the only people who would know exactly what we have would base that off of whatever threat profile they are trying to combat. For example, West Taiwan. Do we have as many munitions as we had before the conflict? No. But do we have enough to handle West Taiwan? Somebody in a position of authority would probably know that. So then
But
why are
we
you
don't.
putting out all these contracts to get more interceptors, more long-range munitions from everywhere in the world? So you're saying
To
your
replace
argument
the
is
losses?
that when I use munitions, I shouldn't get new ones.
Yeah, that's a stupid
Also,
argument.
Homeboy fired into like 8 different countries, almost all of which use my interceptors. I gotta have more of them if I'm gonna sell more of them.
Look, I bet
I saw some news about countries in the Middle East allegedly purchasing, like, I think over 5,000. So
around for a hot
that's a lot
fucking minute.
of
And this,
interceptors.
John Q. Public, you want to know when you should get worried? Okay, check this out. During World War II, okay, a little before my time, but I remember talking to Great Grandpa Mitchell, and yeah, okay. During World War II, Americans were only allowed to buy gas on certain days of the week because the rest of it went
Oh.
to
Wow.
the war effort. We had to change the amalgamation of everything. All brass and copper were used for bullets. Auto manufacturers shut down and started making weapons of war. Hell, LG, or maybe it was GE, I don't know, one of those things that makes fucking light bulbs, they started making the VT fuses, the little glass vial that sits inside there full of acid. When you start seeing American manufacturers that make other shit stop and start making weapons of war, then I
That's
would
when
be
you should
fucking
get
concerned.
worried.
That's a very logical and nuanced look at it. That makes perfect sense. And it gives a
I mean, it's true. It really makes a lot of sense when you think about it. Any company capable of creating things that could be used for war would absolutely switch their production to weapons of war in a time where the amount of weapons is really critically low, or you need a lot because you're in an active war. That makes perfect sense.
clear indication of when the stockpiles are critically low. That's literally everything Americans need right now instead of fucking clickbait.
Yeah, now I want to talk about these government-owned grocery stores and how in the fuck they're getting paid for up in New York. Because obviously Zoran Mamdani has never taken a fucking economics class.
Oh, here we go.
I don't know
No,
anything
it's
about
not a
this.
Here we go. It's supply and demand. You buy things, you sell them, or you buy them and you use them, okay? So let's say he's
Yeah.
going to do what he says he is going to do, and everything in there is going to be up to 30% cheaper. Cool, great. That's fucking wonderful. Are you
What?
buying them 30% cheaper? Probably not, because most grocery stores operate at a 1 to 3% profit margin. So you're starting in a fucking deficit because you're not going to buy them
massive
from farmers. You
deficit.
think the farmer's going to go, oh, I can sell it to the government for 30% less, or I can sell it to this mom and pop shop for 30% more. That's fucking dumb. Also, now you need a library card, is what they call it, to use these stores because they don't want people coming from out of the city or out of
What?
state abusing them. Holy shit.
Okay.
Wait, wasn't it racist for people to have to use an ID to vote because poor and impoverished people couldn't get IDs, but we're expecting them to get a fucking library card?
Well, yes, but some of that money will be recouped because they're not going to have to pay like property taxes because it's a government thing, and they're going to buy like old buildings, and they're not going to have to worry about like overhead costs of rent and things like that.
Great job, nerd. Now, who's going to pay for those buildings? Who's going to pay for the renovations? Who's going to pay for the maintenance? Who's going to pay for the fucking staff? Exactly. So, and then also, if you have people in there on welfare, which, hey, you know, if you got to be on it, you got to be on it. Hell, HLC grew up on fucking food stamps and still ended up fat.
I'm down 26 pounds. Continue, please.
What I'm saying is the taxpayer's already paying for these individuals' food stamps, who then potentially go shop at this government grocery store where they're operating at a deficit already, which means you're getting a double deficit from the fucking people who are just bleeding the system dry, and the taxpayers are going to pay for everything because guess what? All the rich fuckers are going to leave.
Yeah.
So, cheap groceries bad?
Oh, you beautiful fucking troglodyte. No, cheap groceries are good. Anything ran by the government's fucking miserable. The problem with socialism is eventually you run out of everybody else's money.
That was Margaret Thatcher you just quoted. Rather proud of you, Buff. Quoting a Brit.
Yeah, and she's fucking turning over with your let them eat cake
Yeah,
policies
yes.
you have for your own fucking people.
Yep.
I hate this world. God, I can't wait till they just tell me start dropping nukes. Fuck everybody.
Looking at all the comments on this video is great. There's so many people who just agree with the way that he represented Poland. And yeah, that's exactly the policy every country should have. But yeah, anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please consider subscribing and leaving a like. If you want to see more reactions, check out this video right here. And with that, I hope I'll see you in the next video.